All righty, let's get at it here on a Monday edition of the program. Welcome to Barn Burner. Boomer, Pinder, Warner here.
Look at that.
On a kind of a chilly one here in Calgary.
Yeah, look cool.
Wasn't sure where we were going to hear from the Retster.
I thought this was going to be a travel day, then it's not. Sounds like we're still solidifying plans, Red. Is that the case? The trek back from Buffalo?
That's life, you know. You don't want to get too far ahead of yourself.
Right, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
And so still no departure time then? Not wanting to get too far?
Tomorrow morning or after.
Got it.
Not today, confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So
what's on the cooker today then? It feels like you're
hot
on
here. Hot.
It's like free time.
There's a bit of a hangover. And, yeah,
that'll delay some departure time.
It slows it down a touch. Yeah. It does put a damper on energy levels.
The fog rolls in. You're like, I don't really want to drive for 14 hours today. Weird.
And puke in my car and try and battle through this. So
yeah, no need for that. So the old Father's Day drunk.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love you guys.
A couple tough defeats in the semifinals yesterday for the Battle of Buffalo.
No, was this hockey or baseball?
Couple shutout losses in the semifinals. Couldn't score.
That was hurt.
It was bad. And then off to Nona's for a big meal. And somebody handed me an IPA and I drank it. And then they said, well, that was about a 9.5%.
Oh,
you want another? So I said yes, and then
I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole here, but people in the chat are very impressed with a 10 o'clock start. 10
easy, everybody.
Unreal. That's good.
Easy. It's fine.
10 o'clock show starts at 10.
Yeah, I can't.
New us.
I'm very much not a beer drinker. But IPAs, well, yeah, they put me right in my ass. I don't know how people can drink that. Oh, these are delicious. I'll have another. Yes, I'll have another.
Give me 6 of those, please.
What flatbed trailer is taking me home after I have 2 or 3 of these?
Especially the strong ones Red's talking about. There's a few you can get your ass at right down.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I knew
for like 1 or 2, and then it's like we got to switch gears here.
I actually knew because I'm like, he just gave it to me, and I'm like, I drank it, and I'm like, oh. What was the alcohol percent in that? Because I knew I'm like, this was not an off the shelf light beer. This one had some heat.
Yeah, some pep,
a little heat to it. Yeah.
How about you, Boom? You get absolutely hammered. How's your goat?
The goat's no good.
Really?
I did not get hammered.
That's the worst of both worlds.
I did I did last night. Lights are out. I'm last one to bed. I'm going up the stairs, and we have kind of a thing.
No, you didn't. Stub.
Oh,
God.
Yeah. So there's Boom kind of laying on the stairs. Oh. And I don't want to wake people up because there's Then you slowly gather yourself and pick your sorry ass up and hobble up the stairs and go to bed.
Probably only sets you back a couple of weeks, though, if you think about it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Real decent for sure. Yeah.
Goat is the worst. The worst.
This is the worst one I think I've ever had. It was intense at the start, but then it kind of started to go away. But it's hung around, and now it's kind of it's the linger.
It's like a bad house guest.
Yeah,
you're fucked.
So also on sharp. I was going to say retro on the chat here from the YouTube. So welcome, by the way, to the Tower Chrysler studio.
That's right.
Tower Chrysler, Dodge Ram Jeep. Our favorite. Should be your favorite too. Did
Nikki got to the game on
She
Friday.
Did, right?
Yeah. I enjoyed herself.
Nikki, which is odd. It's the Surge game without Surge.
We're trying to get Surge to the Surge. I feel like it's a thing we could do.
Yeah. So that's awesome. That's good. But people are in the old chatteroo there wondering what's happening on and with your head.
Mine.
Yeah.
Well, clear head, no fog, no hangover today. Going golfing today. And I cannot wear hats because there's too much hair. They just go push straight off.
Right.
So I've got an obnoxiously large visor, something that your great aunt would wear or something like that. You can't buy visors anymore. I've been trying to buy a visor for 2 years and there's no visors. I literally was in 2 pro shops in the last week, not a single visor, or just a really bad one.
Get making barn burner visors, and let's go here.
Oh,
come on, Wolvie.
Yeah,
that's a good idea, actually.
Market.
Well, see, I didn't know you were having this dilemma. I'd have kept my eye open.
I didn't realize it was either. I thought it was a one-off at the end of last season. I'm like, stock must be low, and now it's the beginning of the year. Everyone's pro shop should be full,
Yeah,
just bursting at the seams, and the nary an interesting visor. You can get all kinds of cool hats, billions of them. Visors, we have 0.
How tied are you to golf specific? Can it be kind of a summary thing, or is it going to be golf?
Could,
because that doesn't feel golfy to me.
This is a Kananaskis logo.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them, so this is exactly golf. But yeah, it doesn't. Yeah,
doesn't scream golf.
No. If you were very close and you knew the logo, you could pin it down. But I got.
What about those big white ones? Almost like
all the way around.
Yeah, the Adidas golf big white deals.
It's like a Tilly hat.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Like the fabric, and
who's got one?
Sun down here. I bought this hat. 60 SPF. Still burnt. Washington's a cover machine.
So here's what it's going to be today. Do you want details on what you're doing today?
Do I want them? Yeah, please.
I was going to say, do you have them? Because I don't have them.
I know I got to leave quick.
Right.
So I'm going to be gone at 10:30 here. Grab the Wolverine, and then we're up to schmooze and golf and charity golf tournament. So probably a good 6-7 hour round, and then a long dinner with some great speeches. Right? See you at midnight.
We love golf tournaments, but some are kind of long.
So Kami, we've been chatting with Kami since he, of course, in Regeer did such a great job putting the alumni tournament on. They've taken that over.
Mike Commodore. Yeah.
Thank you. And he said the biggest thing that I wanted for the alumni tournament was quick. They were 4.5 hours for a charity golf tournament. That is unheard of. That is sensational. So he's if anyone knows golf, it's Kami. He says you have to.
Professional athletes. That's why.
Well, the problem is you get in some of those, and some people are golfing because there's prizes and stuff, and they got to win. So then they're walking around looking for their golf ball. It's like, guys, it's a charity event. Could you just
scramble?
We've already make more golf balls every goddamn day. Could you just move on, please?
Use a cheap ball. You're in a scramble. Let it go.
Jeez.
Don't be looking for anything.
Well,
rooting around drives you crazy. And then you start drinking IPAs and you're falling down.
Yeah. Next thing you know, it's keys plays from the golf course, half an hour away from your house.
I'll tell you what, though, when it's a good one, they're a hell of a lot of fun.
They're a banger. Yeah, that's true.
They're a hell of a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good luck today, then.
I guess. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of chiseling and sandbagging, I'm sure, but we'll do our best to keep it on the straight and narrow.
You're up at the Bear's Paw.
Bear's Paw Golf Club.
Right. When's the last time you've golfed the Bear's Paw?
I haven't ever. I think I caddied it as a kid. I've never played it. And they, of course, they had a couple of year little whoopsie-daisies there because they had built a new clubhouse and went bankrupt, and now they have new ownership, and now they're managing themselves, not by another. So
I go bankrupt all the time.
Excited to play it every day. Is that the same bankruptcy?
Every Visa bill.
Yeah. So, oh, shit. Well, I can't pay for this.
Every
and then I'm bankrupt again.
Boom. Yeah. So we'll do the Pinder report here right smartly. We got a best of. We got McLeod Law this day in Flames history that we'll get to.
Good. Yeah. This is flying on a Monday.
Yeah, we'll do this, but we'll get started here so you can.
Well, guess who we're going to be golfing with today?
Who you go?
Big Tony from Village Honda. So Anthony.
Right.
So Village represented not only in the Pinder report today, but also in the foursome.
All right. Well, first while we're talking about golf, I want to tell you about St. Eugene, the St. Eugene Golf Course. Spa,
check.
Casino,
check.
Restaurants,
check.
Did I mention the hotel?
Check.
You can sleep, you can eat, you can gamble.
Check.
You can play golf. You can hike.
High kick?
Yeah, you can high kick. Some of us would definitely be high kicking. There's no question about that. It's time to discover or rediscover the St. Eugene Golf Course and Casino out in beautiful Cranbrook, British Columbia. There's the website, steugene.ca. There's the phone number if you want to give them a call. I just use email. What the hell? I mean, I guess if you have a question, how are the greens? What's this?
How fast are they running?
How are they running today? What's the pin placement today? Go to the website, would you? steugene.ca. They are all over social media, Twitter, Instagram, at St. Eugene Resort. Beautiful spot. we are making plans. I know we keep saying this stuff over.
Trying to get Rhett married to a date here, but he doesn't even know when he's leaving Buffalo. So
yeah, I know it's hard.
Yeah,
you just can't do it.
We should be pitching him on the Fresh Mountain Air out there. Check. Maybe that'll get him back.
Maybe you should call, Rhett. Get on that 1-800 number and call and ask about when do you think I'll be there? Do you know when I'd be? Because I have no idea.
Do you ever drive from Buffalo there? How long's the drive?
When do you think I'll be?
How many days do I need here?
If you could give me a heads up, then I can start to plan when I'll.
I should call and ask for stories of the idiots from.
That's right. This weekend.
True, yeah. Those dopes.
So which idiots were there?
I don't know.
Weimer and Commodore are the two that I've confirmed.
Was Commodore there?
Yeah, but if those two are there, there's some other characters. Normal people can't be putting up with those two.
You know what I don't like is how kind of off the radar Jason Weimer is.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
He doesn't like this stuff, eh?
Nope, he doesn't participate.
Not his thing. And we've talked to him once or twice on. I know on the old radio show.
Never too excited about it either.
Well, but he's very good. He's got stories to tell.
It's great.
Highly touted prospect, big monster of a kid at an early age. Traded, played in Tampa, New York, Minnesota,
Florida,
New Jersey. Played in some great markets. All kinds of stories to tell. Doesn't want to tell them.
Says those are for me, not for you.
The big human.
Mind your business.
Let's tell him once he's had a few pints. It seems to.
Yeah.
He should come for that Christmas show.
He was really mad at me there for a while.
You're calling him fat, weren't you?
No.
Raise your hand if he was calling fat.
I didn't.
2-1. You voted that
fat.
You insinuated he was fat.
I insinuated that he was a large human, and now we just call him the large human, and it's fine.
Yeah.
But he was mad. Let's do the Pinder Report, a presentation of Village Honda, Northwest Auto Mall, online, villagehonda.com. New Hondas arriving daily. Drive away in your new Honda from Village Honda, your dealership for life in the Northwest Auto Mall. It's the Pinder Report.
All right, fellas. Got to remember to leave room for that.
I know, right?
I'm so excited. RJ just quick on the trigger over there.
RJ.
Love it. We start with Calgary Flames news. Last week was a little as Noah Hannafin, it appears his time is coming to an end, but Elias Lindholm, hold on, not so fast, is interested in staying, according to Chris Johnston. We've got a nice summation of said conversation on Flames Nation. Ryan Pike on charge of that. Here's the quote from Chris Johnston, NHL insider, with obviously TSN. What can I tell you? What I can tell you is that he's interested in staying, but he's definitely open to it. But he's kind of in the driver's seat, right? He's like a lot of these players that are 1 year out from UFA. With teams having to make a decision on him, he's not going to necessarily bend over backwards to give them a better salary. He's going to have a certain numbers met, and I don't know exactly what those numbers are for it to make sense, but I think with the right vision for building out the organization and the right contract on the table, there's a path to getting that done. This is different than Noah Hannafin. And I also think Chris makes a really good point here. It might not be about I do or I don't want to sign. I just would rather wait a bit and watch this cap continue to go up and get more leverage and make more money. Why would I lock myself in now necessarily? If you were an agent, right, you'd probably advise me to use some time. Let's get a little more clarity about how much this cap will jump in your UFA summer, which is a good time for it to be a UFA.
I didn't go to school, but that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah, if the cap was just kind of doing its thing at a normal,
then you could say,
but it's running at an incredible rate, Harry. Next summer, it's if you could be, of all things, could I please be a UFA next year? Yeah. That's what every guy would want. And these two donkeys and others, as we know, are in that category. So, so Craig, welcome to the job.
Seriously.
And good luck with that.
Yeah. And again, just the refresher that nobody needs, the 7 free agents next summer, Hannafin, Tanev, Shillington, Zadorov on the back end. That's just 4 of your top 5 defensemen. That's all. And Lindholm, Toffoli, Backlund up front. It's not just that there'll be more money to be spent on players in the form of the cap. How many teams out there are absolutely dry humping the cap with no money to spend? A ton. All of them will have enough to add a star nearly.
That team up
in a
north,
cap rise alone.
Don't like it.
They don't need more money, but they need a trade request from someone. We got to that can't.
But
go
what I'm
way.
saying is they're dry humping the cap.
That's right.
They will have more money.
That's everyone.
That gets you another star potentially. I don't want them to have more stars.
I don't either. Less stars, please. Don't want to wish an injury on anyone, nothing like that. There's a lot of places nicer in the winter than Edmonton, Connor. Hey, Leon, Any direct flights to your hometown in Germany from Edmonton?
Because then he'll be going into the last year, right? What's Leon got?
Leon's got two left.
So next year it'll be one left.
Yeah, everyone's going to be clearing space for the big German.
Ooh-wee.
Let's move along. Speaking of players and caps, buyout window opened. And our old pal Jim Benning, he may be gone, but he's still making waves. Oliver Ekman-Larsson. They're going to pay him $19 million to not show up to work for the rest of his contract, Rhett. That's a pretty good deal if you're OEL. Not only that, he joins a UFA class that really isn't that good and probably is going to get paid by another team. Much less money, but some money. I mean, there's your list of top 10 UFAs. There's Ryan Graves and Dmitry Orlov leading the way on the D. So, interestingly, it was a Louis Eriksson signing that has now screwed the Canucks for 3 different decades. Back in the teens, it was Eriksson signing a 6x6. He was no good. And with 1 year left on his 6-year pact that was killing them, he was traded for the rest of OEL's horrible contract. Now the buyout will carry them in beyond 2030. 3 decades of Louis Eriksson. Thanks, Jim.
Jeez. That is historic.
It is an interesting quote 2 months ago as well, or is it 3? I don't want to use buyouts that are going to affect us in a couple of years. This thing's going to affect them for a long-ass time.
Yeah.
8 years?
Man, and the thing about that whole situation was you'd heard that Phoenix/Arizona had been trying to move Oliver Ekman-Larsson for quite a while. The thing was, you can't because he makes this money and his game is in decline. Well, is it because he's in Arizona? Is it because the team's not real good? There was no one who thought that was a good deal. I mean, maybe, I guess there's always a few, right?
Yeah,
but it just felt like
popular.
It felt like the common thread there was, ooh, that could really go poorly.
There was 1 year left.
1 year left.
1 year left of Beagle and OEL and one other guy.
Which were shit
Antoine
signings
Roussel.
for sure.
They were almost done.
They were almost out.
And they had to throw in number 9, a top 10 pick, a guy that's going to go score 30 in the league for Arizona, probably as soon as next year. Oh.
More stupid.
You're broken up about it, I can tell.
I know. Let's move along. Golf, U.S. Open retro. It was prime time.
What do you think Benning said? Like, because people be asking him over the weekend.
True. About the buyout?
So I see that Oliver Ekman-Larsson, that was your side. It's kind
well, so like we had a plan for Oliver to be a number 1 defenseman for us and stuff. But like, there's no crystal balls, hey? So, it didn't work out great. And if I was there, I think we'd probably be riding it out with OEL a little longer.
Now, did you was Trevor Linden? Did you guys?
Trev and I disagreed on the path of the franchise moving forward.
Right.
Trev was right and knew we needed a rebuild, but like Aquavelva wanted to win now.
Right. You're looking very good, Jim. You look ready.
Thanks, guys. Golfing a lot, hey?
Yeah. Yeah, that's good.
Anything else?
No, I'm all done. Thank you,
okay,
Jim.
bye.
Thanks.
Good talking to you.
Good
no one calls me anymore.
I know. I wonder why.
I miss you.
Yeah. Got it.
Have a room for a 4th on Thursday.
No, I'm all.
How's your hoof?
I'm jammed up. My hoof's no good.
Move on.
Uh-huh.
U.S. Open, Rhett. It was in L.A.
Tight.
The L.A. Country Club, where the 14th hole has a hedge that, on the other side, it's the Playboy Mansion. That golf course has some stories. There's Wyndham Clark. We learned about his story.
You ever been in the grotto, Rhett?
Grotto?
Nope.
Come on.
Don't hold out on us.
No grotto for me.
You couldn't have given Charlie Simmer a dingle. He could have said, yep, come on now. People love the Playboy Mansion. You played in L.A. every year. I feel like he's holding back something else.
No, he may not have been in the grotto. Have you been to the mansion?
Better question.
Not been. No, don't go. Can't go.
Don't go. Can't go.
Would go. If I could go.
But I can't, so I
Can
won't.
I come, Rat?
No, Jim.
Jim, no.
Dang it.
Do not want you in the
This
grotto.
is Wyndham Clark. It sounds like, a very wealthy
Isn't that where
American
you stayed
golfer.
when you were in Florida for those?
Wyndham Clark. Yes.
Yeah.
Great resort.
Awesome.
Yes. We learned about his story. He lost his mom in his late teens, nearly quit golf multiple times, and was sensational on a very difficult track yesterday, closing out to win by 1, holding off Rory McIlroy down the stretch. Let's watch his family as he went from, hey, I haven't won ever on the tour until just very recently, and now all of a sudden a major winner with a bit of dough.
For those that aren't watching along, they're very excited.
You can hear that. Now, the best part is his sister comes up and listens to what she says to him.
Get out there.
First word she has after he's won a major. There's Wyndham.
Oh,
That's so much money.
so much money.
Not his wife, who's your fiance or girlfriend, whatever it is. She's coming in later. But the sister, impressed with the money.
I don't know why you'd care about the money. You're not getting any.
Oh, she is, though. Hello. Oh. That's a big win, Retro.
Yes, it is.
1 PGA Tour victory this season, 0 prior to that. In fact, let's look back at the calendar. Been a pretty good run here for Wyndham. First 133 starts on the tour, 0 wins, still made $7 million. That's not bad. Never finished inside the top 75 in 6 majors. His last 4 starts, while he wins 2 of them, and over $7.6 million in earnings. That's a good month. Oof. Also, it's below at the bottom there. It says he's going to be a lock for the American Team Ryder Cups in Rome. Wyndham.
I prefer Barry Wyndham.
Okay. It's more
Rome, New York?
Courtyard Marriott myself.
Yeah.
Can't be
Rome,
Italy.
Locally.
Rome, New
Rome, Italy? Is it Rome, New York? Maybe. Oh, the Cavs in action. Oh, no. You can't be losing in Halifax.
Halifax.
You drown your sorrows okay in Halifax. But you'd rather be happy about a win, Cavs. Come on. Coming home. Pride game this weekend. Tough one there against the Wanderers and the Surge. How about this for Father's Day? Sold out, fellas. And a big win. Back to top of the league. 97-81. They spanked the Winnipeg Sea Bears.
Yeah, I like that.
That's a good name, Sea Bear. Right?
Take that, Winnipeg.
What does the C stand for?
Nope. Finally, Rhett, we got some video from the Shoveler again. Boy, she's sherry these days.
She really is.
You know, Rhett doesn't like dogs, but what does he love?
He loves cats.
Eh?
Eh?
Not only does he love them, look at these. He's a magician with these things.
Yeah.
This is like this. What's that movie? The scene where they're
it's Ghost.
It's Ghost. Yeah, you and the cat.
Are you Swayze or to me?
She's to me.
Oh my Lord,
my darling.
That stupid cat.
Yeah, look at that. How'd you teach the cat to do that, Rhett? I mean, I know the pottery calms you down.
Time. You got to spend time with your pets and loved ones.
There's no shortcuts, Ryan. It's time.
It's just patience and time.
Pretty impressive. I knew you were artsy and you really didn't like sharing this stuff, so I hope the Shoveler didn't
it's a very gentle touch.
Blow you up here, because this does show your sensitive side. You got
people that are just listening. I feel bad for them. Got no.
It's Rhett on the pottery wheel with his cat. They're making pottery
Rhett's
together.
doing the pottery.
Now, was that the coffee mug for the Shoveler? What was that?
No, that's a nice vase.
So who was dead in the movie Ghost? Was
I
it
don't
him
remember.
Or her?
I just remember that scene.
I think it was him.
He was dead.
Yeah.
And she would. So then he was doing the old reach around, the old steal my.
Great acting. Great acting.
Yeah.
This guy here is dead.
Oh.
RJ is so proud of himself, and
he's not wrong.
He wasn't alive.
in more ways than one. He is dead.
So I missed that. Can we get that again, please?
No, you can't do it twice.
No.
You move on. No. It's not how it works.
That's a pin report then. I'm done.
All right, there you go.
Fucking protesting. If I don't get another this guy's
Village Honda wants to buy your ride. The event continues. If you don't buy theirs, they'll buy yours. Don't matter. Top trade-in appraisals, payment in 24 hours, stress-free, and for a limited time, get a family ticket bundle for Cavalry FC. Get your complimentary appraisal online, villagehonda.com, and of course, in the Northwest Auto Mall, your dealership for life.
We'll say hi to Anthony for you. We'll have some notes on his game. Feel like probably a good distance off the tee. Not sure about the short game. Probably hasn't golfed enough.
So it would have been a big weekend for him. You've got Cavalry. Yeah. We, of course, had the Canadian Grand Prix.
That's right. Verstappen wins again in Montreal.
Max Verstappen. The golf.
Dutch.
He's golfing today.
Yeah.
Life's good for old Big Tony.
Nations League as well. Canada lost to the USA. Don't like that.
I don't want to, didn't Village Honda also have a thing that they were They won something, didn't
They did. Village Honda won our playoff pool. Isn't that incredible? Remember when they were at the table next to the guys taking all the kings? That was good that they weren't that table.
The Barn Burner playoff draft won by Village Honda. And at one point, they actually donated above and beyond to Kids Sport for selecting someone who had already been taken. And they did it more than once, I think, too. They
very generous.
Yeah.
Good people.
Very generous.
And winners. So that's what we learned over the last week.
Well, there you go.
Sewed it up. Not even close. They must have had a bunch of nights, eh? Kachuk, maybe?
Well, I was thinking about that. No one would have had Aiden Hill.
Nope. Absolutely not. He was third on their depth chart.
Right.
Even Jonathan Quick would have been probably ahead of him in some people's mind.
I thought Quick got picked by someone.
I think Quick might have been picked.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Worked the gate pretty well. Didn't have any ice time.
Did Logan Thompson get picked, I wonder?
He would have started the playoffs for them.
That was Persois.
Persois started?
Yeah.
Was Logan hurt for the whole playoffs?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
We'll have some footage coming up in the best of the weekend that we've cobbled together. Vegas had a parade.
Oh, my gosh.
On the weekend. Yeah.
Was it Ovi that raised the bar for everyone, or did you just have more access now with everyone having cameras?
I think it's both because they won that one in Vegas.
Yeah.
And you can't hide there. It's harder to hide there. And I don't think they tried to hide there. No. And in fairness, he was in like swimming in fountains, in clothing and stuff.
Yes.
So
they were quite a fountain tour.
But I think so. Yeah. I think that it's now one of those things where if you don't have a very public celebration where you're acting like a jackass, people are going to be disappointed.
I would be.
My friend swam in one of those fountains and they tossed them.
In Vegas, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like lifetime ban. Tried walking in there a few years later and they're like, I don't think so.
Years later.
How do they
Is it like they got airport facial
retina
recognition? What's going on here?
Sorry, sir.
I remember you, Splashy. You're not welcome back here.
Hey, Flipper.
Like maybe that is allowed now. Maybe he should go back.
Well, you probably just make exceptions for the people with the Stanley Cup. Kind of get different rules drawn for you when you're carrying the cup around.
Was it the Bellagio fountains? You can go dying in there.
That's going to hurt.
Don't swim in those fountains.
That'll blast it into space.
All right, so you're.
I'm gone.
All right.
Do us proud, Pinder, please.
Yep. Well, and you know what? All of a sudden, a lot of golf under the belt last week here, so there's no excuses.
No, I really don't give a crap about your score or your game. Just the other side of things, right?
It's the behavior aspect.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, are you taking the speaker?
It's in the truck. Decision to be made. We'll converse with the Wolverine over the pros and cons of the JBL Extreme 2 at full volume.
Goodbye, Ryan.
We'll see you.
Tournament.
Just turn off my camera here.
It's a tournament.
Tournament play, guys.
Good luck.
See ya.
Yeah, see is right. I want to give a little thank you to Matt and the folks at Mad Rose Pub. On Friday, which of course was Hawaiian Shirt Day, Retro, we had our winners of the Barn Burner experience from the Top Shelf Elf Christmas thing, going all the way back to December. So we finally got things all figured out. We met up with Carrie and Mark. I'll say this, good people. She's a Sasker. Oh. He's from the East Coast. They met in Jamaica or Bermuda or something like that. Yeah. And then so now they're Calgarians. Love the Flames, longtime listeners of the show. Her to a certain extent. I think it's on, he's a big fan of the show going back to the old days, and she's come along for the ride. However, you'll be happy to know we might be going to Phoenix in November.
Nice.
Yeah.
Phoenix in November.
Yeah. The things that come up when you're shooting the shit with people. You just never know what could come your way.
Well, you're always out there talking to people. So.
Yeah. It makes me think if I go out more, man, I've gone out once in 2023 and sounds like we're going out to Arizona. So
look at the opportunities that present themselves.
Yeah. So you'd be up for that, eh?
Oh, I like Scottsdale.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like Scottsdale. Be some golf involved. It'd be good. Be a good deal. So
what did you eat?
We had wings.
Smorgasbord?
No, you know what? It was because there was only 4 of us, right? So you're not going to go too crazy. It was Sharesies. We had some wings and a couple pizzas. Delicious. They're not lying about that pizza.
No, it's good.
It's almost to the point you can't go and not have the pizza.
Got to have the pizza because the pizza's good. I'll have more with the pizza.
You're not going to have the pizza. Now that said, I mean, if things were different, I definitely would have ordered more food. But it was like, oh, that'll be plenty. A couple mediums. Oh, like, let's do a couple larges. Okay, sure. And then I'll take some home. So it was kind of one of those things. But yeah, it would have been just a steady stream of people walking out of the kitchen with plates and stuff. Would have been great. Next time. That's the thing about Mad Rose Pub is they're open out. This is no BS. Lined up out the door on Friday. It is jumping at Mad Rose Pub. They've got this patio built on the outside.
I saw that.
And it's got flappers on the roof. So closed, if it might rain or if the weather's not great. Then if it's beautifully sunny, so you got your sunlight in there. She's a 3-season patio.
Like a deck.
Unbelievable spot. If you've not been, we've told you about it for long enough now. 15 Royal Vista Place. Yes, the pizza is unbelievable, but all of the food on that menu is top shelf. Maybe you want to order out if you're in that area. madrose.pub. Have it brought into your workplace, to your home, whatever you're doing. Mad Rose Pub, 15 Royal Vista Place. So what is happening with you?
I'm starving. That's what's happening. I'm absolutely dying here.
Well, it's good because that's your intermittent fasting. Right?
I'm going to crush something when the show's over.
What time's first eats?
After the show.
Yeah. Which is like 2 p.m. kind of deal for you out there.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? And what time's last meal?
Trust me, I could go a few days without because I'm cheating the intermittent fasting because I go disgustingly deep when I do eat.
Yeah. But it's all good though, right? It's all kind of healthy stuff that you're eating when you go deep.
Oh, well, yeah.
Don't beat yourself up about it, buddy.
I don't.
So are the kids done with the hockey? Are they still playing or what's going on there?
School is done. Hockey is done. Yeah, it's quiet time. It's hot. Pool's open.
Nice. The above ground pool.
Yeah, you got to have above ground.
Out and buff, yeah. Out and buff.
There's more and more below ground. I don't know what's going on. People must be
yeah, for sure. Good times. It's good living out there.
People must be getting rich. And
yeah, I don't know. Good living. What'd you get for Father's Day?
I didn't open my gifts. I got a couple of paintings I see on the table there. Another mug. I always get a mug.
Yeah, I did too. I got a mug.
Yeah.
I'm the king of the grill or something like that.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice. Barbecue grill something. Yep. That's me. Yes, sir.
Are we at all concerned with Hannafin leaving and Lindholm staying? I feel like we're getting into the halfway in, halfway out scenario if that happens.
I'll say this. Centerman, harder to replace. That said, minute-eating, fleet-footed defenseman, hard to replace.
Mid-20s.
I need to know what you're getting back in a trade. If it's as impressive a return as everyone's, you're gonna, okay. But yeah, I'm kind of with you. I'm kind of 1 foot. I just feel like if the cap's going up and you've got all these guys that all you hear is, they're in cap hell and they're humping the ceiling of the salary cap. Well, here's your opportunity. What you don't have is a farm system that's just drunk with prospects. You don't have a tremendous draft pick this year, but it's halfway through in a good draft. Everyone tells you how good a draft this is. Maybe you just take the cap space. If it's not worth trading, guys, if no one's going to give you anything for Tanev, and I think for both Tanev and Toffoli, you wait closer to the deadline. Which again, you're running the risk of them both getting injured, but I don't know. I feel like the other guys, if you're moving them, you got to get it done in the next week to 10 days. It's got to be done before the draft. But maybe you just wheel everybody out and take that cap space, and you sit tight and watch everybody else blow their freaking brains out, because they will. How many teams, when they get that cap money in a year's time, are going to be, well, let's just, you know what, let's keep our powder dry and let's be responsible with this. No, it's just, hey, more money at the candy store. They're going to blow it. I don't know. I just don't.
Well, and again, it's hard because this team confuses you, because 2 years ago, first place, last year, no playoffs. What are we dealing with?
I know.
But that's why I like I keep saying it because I think it would be fun. Mold your own team, Conroy.
Yeah.
Don't continue to do this. Try to make the playoffs. Just get in, kind of thing. And if Hannafin's
I know. Now, you have Uyghur, and I think, and we talked about it with the coach last week, and you've talked about it. I think you hope that the Uyghur you saw in the last 2 months or so of the season, you hope that's the guy. And you've got Rasmus Anderson, and you hope that Shillington can come back. There's going to be some rust. He's not going to step right in, but you hope he's somewhere in the neighborhood, something resembling that player when he left. You're not crippled on the blue line.
Well, again, that's huge. If the Shillington can come in and be a top 4, he only did it for 1 year. Yeah. And we were shocked when he did do it. That's my fear. Is that, okay, well, if you only got Uyghur and Anderson, it's a drop-off. Mm-hmm. Tanev, we all love Tanev. Be healthy? Sure. Yeah. Okay. Tanev's good. Just not convinced that's going to be the case. Zadorov, not truly a top 4 defenseman. Good defenseman, like how he plays, but there's issues if you're having to play him 20 plus minutes a night for any extended period of time. Like Stetcher, I liked. Is he going to come back? I don't know. But if Shillington isn't a top 4, you're in trouble. Well, and you get rid of Hannafin, then you're in trouble.
What dollar figure are you okay paying Noah Hannafin?
I mean, off the top of my head, it's an 8.
I think there's enough guys. You hear it all the time about Nurse and Seth Jones making that 9.5. Like, I don't think he's 9.5, but because that's the other thing.
Nurse and Seth Jones both, even though I think it was coincidental, they both were at a point in their careers. They're at one point in their careers, they were having a season where people were talking about Norris Trophy candidate. Mm-hmm. Hannafin's never had that. So I don't think it's 9.5, but
that whole the salary cap thing going up is going to be a major wrinkle, because I think as a GM, even though you don't have the cap space right now, you're going to have to. I think you're going to be negotiating under the pretense that it's the percentage of the cap. What is everybody's percentage of the cap?
Yeah,
you're not going to be talking about this year's cap. You're going to be talking about next year's, because that's when that raise is going to kick in. So you're spending money you don't even have yet, and it's another year down the road. And I don't worry about that with Hannafin, because he's still young. I mean, if you're a defenseman, so I wonder if that's which way you go. Which one are you more loath to lose? Lindholm or Hannafin?
Honestly, it's why I brought it up. If you're keeping one, you should keep 2, because to me, you're sending a mixed signal to your team. Like, I don't think you can afford to lose Hannafin if you're keeping Lindholm. Like, if you're keeping Lindholm or Hannafin, that means that you're in it to win now. Right? Yeah. Even though they're young enough that they'll last longer, and especially Hannafin is. But I just think that's just you're going anyway. That's why I brought it up. I was confused. I'm confused because I don't want to be halfway. I don't want the Flames to be stuck halfway, and I feel like that's putting them in a position where they are going to be halfway. You lose Hanifin, you keep Lindholm. Doesn't that mean you're still going for it?
Yeah.
So that probably means that your trade, what you're moving out for Hanifin, is an immediate fill a need kind of scenario. But how do you move out one 26-year-old defenseman that plays 23 minutes a night for another?
Yeah, you probably wouldn't be getting that, right?
Right.
You'd be getting
So
something else, and you'd have to find a way to split those minutes up, and you hear it all the time. The thing that scares me about that is if you go Hanifin and Lindholm, okay, you're set. But now you have got a lot of money. You've got 4 guys in Kadri, Huberdeau, throw Uyghur in there. You talk about the Fab Five. Those are your guys. And if you think that nucleus of guys are going to take you to a Stanley Cup, then let's go. But if you feel like those are good players, but we missed the playoffs, and yes, there was extenuating circumstances, and we don't know what this team looks like if you have a Huberdeau that gets 100 points, 80 points, 90 points. You don't know. But I think it's kind of a hard sell to me. When you look around the league, teams that have huge money committed to 2, 3, 4 guys, I think there's better groups out
match
there
up the Fab Five.
I know, right?
To other teams' Fabs Fives and go, okay.
It's so much easier said than done, but I keep watching. You say it all the time. It's a young man's league. I would have a hard time right now locking in to guys for that kind of term. And especially Hanifin's young, but like you said, Hanifin is a good NHL defenseman. He really is. But it's
it doesn't sound like it's up to Craig or anyone else anyway. Because if he's giving you a clear directive that I'm not coming back, well,
yeah.
But that's the point I'm getting at is if Hanifin's not coming back, does it indicate that you should start exploring different direction with your team? As far as Lindholm and Backlund and Toffoli and all the other guys.
At a certain point, the team tells you what they are, right?
Yeah.
And 2 years ago, you won a playoff round, albeit overtime of Game 7. But you won a playoff round, and then you got whooped pretty good in round 2. And this year, you missed the playoffs. The team will send you messages and tell you what it is. And it's not an old group, but there's some older pieces to it all of a sudden. I just look at the league, and you saw Oliver Ekman-Larsson. Vancouver has 8 years of dead money on its cap to buy that guy out. Teams just they thirst for the ability to clear cap space. Let's hear. You can get younger and have all the cap space almost as you'd want with those guys coming off the books in a year's time. It's intriguing to me to get younger and have cap space.
Me too.
And what do you get in trade from these guys? Because you would. I think you get less if you're Hanifin and he says, I don't want to sign long-term, but I'm also not going to sign 8 years with anyone else because I want to see what the cap, like maybe, I don't know how that works. Yeah. You'll get more in a trade if you saw in the sign and trade, like what we saw with Tkachuk. But if he doesn't want to do that, then you get less. But I still think you have to look at it. I really do. But that's a hard, and ownership may say, "Are you crazy? You're gonna trade all of these guys, and we're going full. We're burning it to the ground and going with youth? No.
No interest.
I do like these young players, though, Rhett.
Well, I don't know them individually, but just the general talent level that they seem to have is pretty phenomenal.
Let me second point to that. I like the young players that are really, really good.
Oh,
can you have those? Not just young kids. Like my kid's 9 to 18. Like he'd be no good. I can't. But he's young, but not good in this. I want young guys that are really good. Can we get elite young guys? Again.
You want it all. You're asking for a lot.
I know. It's going to be a crazy week. Are you going to Nashville?
No.
All right. That's a weird one. Usually
it's hard to
not
hear.
An arm twist.
It's hard to hear myself say that.
I figured if there's a guy that's going to find a way, it'd be you. You sure? You're sure? He's like, really?
I mean, shit can happen, but
yeah, it's over a week away. Why would I be asking you now? Stupid. Sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking. Let's take a look at the best of the weekend. It is brought to you by the Hearing Loss Clinic. HearingLoss.ca is the website. We've been telling you about it, and hopefully, again, you've been hearing what we've been telling you. Go and get your hearing checked out. Hearing loss, it can be gradual. You may not even know it's there. 4 Calgary locations. There's 9 in total if you throw in the ones in Cranbrook, Creston, Fernie, Golden, and Invermere. If you feel like you're having issues with your hearing, you visit one of these for an evaluation, and the testing is state-of-the-art. The things that they can show you with the intricate levels, the low end, the high end, it's really very cool. 2022 Chamber of Commerce Professional Services Excellence Award winner. Throw it into the routine for your family. You get you go to the dentist, you get your eyes checked, get your hearing checked. And there's only one place to go. It's the Hearing Loss Clinic, hearingloss.ca. This is the best, if you will, of the weekend.
Nick, how you feeling?
No, incredible.
It's never to be forgotten. So look at this.
Oh, sick.
Oh, did you see Big Bro? Oh, no. He is beside himself.
Oh, I feel it. I feel that pain.
Yeah, Estrada likes peanut butter and jelly, but only grape jelly.
It only goes in Crustables, right?
Yeah. How about you? You a grape jelly snob?
Oh, I'm not a jelly snob at all.
No?
I'm in. I mean, strawberry, grape, I'm good with. Raspberry even.
Okay.
Well, I'm not getting too exotic. I'm not going with the orange marmalade and peanut butter.
What does it mean to bring this city its first Stanley Cup?
It's pretty wild. I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
That's okay. That's okay.
2. That's a pop-up on the infield. Who wants it? Schmidt hustling in from third, and he dropped it. And then Judas picked it up and threw it away.
It's 9-2. First pitch. Out of play foul. You ready for it?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Crunchy peanut butter. Smooth peanut butter.
And creamy all day.
Oh, no.
All day. I'm not even hesitating.
Two outs for Hayes. Two. Low, and it's gone full. Ball 4.
Yeah. That's ball. Yeah, I think.
And I don't think Hayes knows that that's ball 4. And now they're telling him that that's ball 4. Brandon Hyde is coming out of the Orioles dugout.
That's ball 4.
Yeah, that is ball 4. And I think they're telling him that this is ball 4.
The crew chief review for record keeping.
Swinging strike, ball. Swinging strike, ball. Ball. So that's 4 balls. And I think that's what Jeff Nelson will tell us.
This is ball 4.
No kidding.
How can you eat creamy peanut butter?
Me, because I'm American.
That's gross.
That's why.
Gross.
That's how it's supposed to be done.
You have been here day fucking 1.
2-1. Hits it to the backside and struck well to left with Shelnut back at the wall and off the wall. Quinn races around and scores. Matt Hogan goes for the plate. Inside the park, home run.
How about the peanut butter and jelly that's in the same jar where it's all mixed together?
You're going to have to keep them separated, Chip. I want to be able to tell you how much I want of each one. And I want to be able to use these things for different purposes.
Yeah.
I might be doing some jelly toast in the morning.
Okay.
A little peanut butter for a smoothie or something. Don't mess with that.
We played Arizona in the first game, and we beat the shit out of them.
Tommy Edman. Wilmer Flores on his way to second with 2 outs. This will be a fascinating poll. I'll tell you right now, Creamy is winning in a landslide. Okay, if I were smart enough to be able to set up this Twitter poll, which I'm not, I don't have people that can do that for me. But Creamy is winning. Like, you are, you know what you are? You're a vocal minority is what you are.
Because at year one, I was pretty fucking great.
Is Jim with us? Does Jim?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. What kind of peanut butter do you like?
I don't want to offend anyone.
You won't. You can't.
I'm with Brad on this one. Creamy.
All day.
But
all day, Jim.
But I do like crunchy as well, and I'm fine either way, but I prefer creamy.
We've been waiting for 6 long years for this guy to be MVP.
Look,
Jonathan Marchessault.
The crunchy, you could get one of the pieces in your teeth or on your mustache. And I'm a journalist. I'm a regional cable journalist. I can't have that.
And an award-winning one at that, right?
Thank you. That's correct.
there you go. That is the best of the weekend for Hearing Loss Clinic, hearingloss.ca. Men and women of all ages, and of course, children, all can suffer from different levels of hearing loss. Serious health have been linked to untreated hearing loss. Wait no longer. Get set up with an appointment today. Hearingloss.ca. 9 locations, 4 in the city of Calgary.
I had 41 Coors Light.
Ooh,
Boys are giving her.
boys were giving her. There's a lot of cities where you're going to be able to get after it, but to have the parade on the strip and that whole thing, who's not getting absolutely blackout right there?
Well, I'm sure there's been a few days of it. Like, I don't know when they won to when they had the parade, but I heard they went away to Montana on a private jet.
4 private jets.
Yeah, well, whatever, but
Yeah. They flew 4 jets into that golf resort because I think that's where they had part of their training camp or whatever as well. And now, can you just call up in a couple days' notice and say, hey, I'm bringing hundreds of people up to the thing. Can you find a tea time for us?
Clear it out, would you? Because we want it private. We don't need a bunch of riffraff hanging around.
We're bringing the cup and 4 jets, and how much are we talking about? God, that's FU money. That is unbelievable amount of money, man. So yeah, flew to Montana, and then back for the parade. You would hit that point, and everybody would have a different tipping point where it's I've had enough. This is the greatest thing that's ever happened, and I'm so thankful and all of that. But you know what? I've had enough.
My body's telling me, slow down.
Yeah. Mix in a water, maybe a salad, and by all means, lie down for a day or two.
Mm-hmm.
God.
I just think I'm gonna barf.
Yeah, there were some. And again, a lot of these guys, they're young kids. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're not sage, wise old men like you and I.
No,
know how to do it.
Veterans.
No, they don't know what the hell they're doing.
Well, they can do it. We can't.
Yeah. How many IPA put you on your ass yesterday? Couple. McLeod Law this day. We'll do Flames history. Now, there's a few things that happened on this day. We'll start. Well, you know what? Before we start, it's June 19th, 2006. Carolina Hurricanes. Congratulations, 3-1 victory, Game 7 against the Edmonton Oilers, winning the Stanley Cup. Rod Brind'Amour hoisting it over his head. My favorite part of that is he didn't wait for Bettman. If you go back and watch that video, Bettman always likes to do here, now just wait before you go with it. We're going to take a picture.
Give me the damn thing.
No. Yoink, gone. Cam Ward, the Conn Smythe Trophy winner.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Your boy.
But also June 19th in 1999. Triple overtime.
Mm-hmm.
Game 6, Dallas, Buffalo.
Cheating.
I was watching.
That's why Brindamore didn't want a picture with Bettman.
So that's why. Just hurry up, give me that thing before you change your mind. Brett Hall, triple overtime, Game 6, Cup win for the Dallas Stars in Buffalo. I didn't realize because I watched the highlights and I was going to show, but we don't need to do that, Brett. I don't need to ruin your day. I don't need to ruin your Monday. Even bringing it up, I feel badly about it. Was it Patrick? Somebody hit the crossbar there.
James Patrick hit the
Jeep.
Ding!
Put it right off the bar.
No. That was in the second overtime.
Yeah. I mean, it's overtime. It's when you look back now, Joe Nieuwendyk, Conn Smythe Trophy winner. How deserving were you guys to be there? What was the vibe going into that series? Because you guys had punched your ticket? I think we talked about this last week. You guys had qualified for the Cup before Dallas did, right?
Yes, they were still playing Colorado and beat Colorado in the semis out there. I don't know. Well, we went into Dallas and won game 1 overtime. We lost game 2 by, I don't know if they scored an empty netter, but we were tied in the third, late in the third, at least halfway through, and Dixon Ward lost Brett Hull in the slot. And I can still remember everyone in the slot. It's what I said about Florida. You're so dialed in as a team. You can see what's happening on every play. You're all kind of the same mind, and the whole bench started screaming to Ward to find Hull in the slot. Too late. He's that good. So, and then it was odd. We hadn't lost at home the whole playoffs. Game 3 at home, we played our worst game of the Stanley Cup playoffs. We were flat and no good. It was weird.
You hadn't lost all playoffs at home.
Nope. Well, we hadn't played many either. We swept and then played 2 against Toronto at home and 3 against 2. Yeah, the third. We won game 6 at home against Boston.
Because you were never a home ice team, obviously, that whole way through.
No, we hadn't played many at home.
Yeah.
So, we were there. There was a game. Yeah. That game in game 5, they beat us, I think, 4-1 pretty handily, but you also had Hasek, so you always felt.
That puck goes in instead of hitting the crossbar in double OT. You guys are alive, and we know what can happen when you win in double overtime.
You win game 6
in game 6.
Any series. It always feels like that is a huge.
Yeah.
You either win the series or you've put the pressure right back on that other team, and tough to. Anyway.
So, and some people may not know back, and it was short-lived, but at that time, how long was that rule a rule? Where if you had your skate in the crease, no goal?
Maximum 2 years.
I was going to say, I'm putting you on the spot, because it was not long.
No, it was maximum 2 years. I think it was just 1, though.
Yeah.
I think it was just 1. And Peter Hanlon with the Flames, he was at the game. He goes, he's like, he's like, I can't believe they opened the
Zamboni doors.
The doors and let people up. He was like, I couldn't believe it. Once that happened, it was over.
The point being that if you don't open those Zamboni doors, maybe
there's a review.
Lindy Ruff can say, "Hey, Now, was there video review? How relevant was video back then?
Because they did video review for those specific the whole playoffs, season. It was a pain in the ass.
So if they don't open those Zamboni doors, maybe you're able to lobby towards the referees and get it looked at, and then maybe you continue to play. But they open the doors, and was it the meat? Like, who poured? Obviously, Dallas leaves their bench, but then everybody's on the ice.
It was mayhem.
Yeah.
Done. But you were in Buffalo. I don't know why they.
Why would you?
Someone down at the rink is like, ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe should have waited that one out.
Yeah, maybe. You're like Bartman or whatever the guy was with the friggin' Cubs. But this day in Flames history, Sergei Makarov, 65 years old today. Now, Sergei Makarov, again, this is another one of those things a lot of people may not know. Rules changed after a certain thing involving Sergei Makarov, much like they took away the foot in the crease BS. They changed the rules of the Calder Trophy because of Sergei Makarov. He came to Calgary. Now, they drafted Sergei Makarov. He was part of the KLM line. Igor Larionov and Vladimir Krutov, the Russian trio, were dynamite for years. 1983, the Flames take Sergei Makarov in the 12th round of the 83 draft. 6 years later, more than 6 years later, he comes over, plays for the Flames at 31 years of age. In his first game, gets a goal and 2 helpers. First 7 games, a 7-game point streak, 16 points. Puts up 86 points in 80 games as a rookie and wins the Calder at the age of 31. They said it's a little old to be winning the Calder. They said, yeah. So I think they changed to whatever it is, 26 years of age and games played and all that BS. But he was a heck of a Flame. 4 seasons. He had 94 goals and 240 points, 242 in 297. Guy, as it turns out, guy could play in the NHL. Yeah, but how would those guys do in the NHL? Some guys were okay.
Did all right.
And I believe Vladimir Krutov came to Vancouver and ate his way back to Russia. Yeah. He exploded. I'm not sure what they were eating in Russia, but it was far more delicious in Vancouver. Portion sizes, maybe.
They do have great food in Vancouver.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
Yeah, I find that to be the same. So there you go. This day in Flames history. The birth date of Sergei Makarov. Is he the only Calder Trophy winner for the Flames? Believe so, right? Dion was nominated.
Iggy didn't.
No.
It's got to be.
Gotta be. You know, Peter Klein at McLeod Law is the personal injury guy, but did you know that he's also the go-to guy in Calgary for your disability insurance claim? If your long-term disability insurance company is refusing to pay insurance benefits to you, that's your guy right there, Peter Klein. He'll get you those disability benefits that you paid for and that you deserve. He will get back your peace of mind. He is your teammate. You want him on your side, and it's as easy as going online or calling McLeod Law, McLeod-law.com, or there you see the phone number to get in touch with Peter, or for whatever else your legal situation might be. Red, I know you got a bunch of legal stuff.
I got lots of things going on.
I don't know how you're staying out of the clink. It's amazing.
I talk to him on a daily basis.
Yeah, it's just unbelievable. McLeod Law, the very best. Think we see them maybe later this week. What's up for the week? So are you coming?
Yeah, I got to make some decisions here. I'm actually now starting to feel the pinch.
Are you? Yeah.
Get some things moving forward here.
Is there anything I can help? What can I do to help?
No, you're basically you're doing it all that you can, Dean. You're wonderful. Yeah. I just want you to take care of that gout. I want you to get off your feet. Clear that out. Go get an IV or something. There's got to be something.
I don't know it's kind of one of those things. Isn't it like when you break a toe? It's like, well, you just got to live with it.
Yeah.
When you're going to put in a cast, I don't know. If you break a bone in your foot, they'll put you in a cast. But if you break your toe, you just live with it? I don't know how that works. And this is not a broken toe, in fairness. But, it's... there's a lot of things going on. There's potential there that maybe I'm getting old and not in great overall health.
I wouldn't let that opinion fester inside that head of yours. No,
don't worry about that. Can't be.
There's lots of things out there. Go get a blood transfusion or infusion.
That's what I need.
You'll be fine.
I'll get an infusion. Yeah, for sure. Let's do a Betway bet. Let's do Betway Bets. Pinder is not here, but he did his Betway Bets. I did one today. I just went looking at the Toronto Betway, by the way. We get the official betting partner of Barn Burner and Flames Nation. Betway. Bet the responsible way. Get the Betway bet, the app on your phone. 19 years of age in Ontario and over. There is my lone bet today. Toronto at Miami. Now, Jose Barrios is going for the Blue Jays. In his last 7 starts, a 1.81 ERA. He's gone 4-1 in that stretch. But on the other side, Brian Hoeing, I believe, is the guy's name. It is a spot start. He is a reliever. He has not fared well in the limited starts that he's had. So I'm going to go Toronto -1.5 to get a little +105 action on it. I'm putting it all together. That's how confident I am in this one. Let's go.
What? Now, isn't Miami playing really well?
What did I see this morning? Because I was it's the same thing. I was like, well, how are these guys doing? Blue Jays is it a funk? What would you call what the Blue Jays are doing? Are they
I keep looking at it, and there's either their offense is no good or they screw up defensively and they're not performing to the standards we would hope.
Jays have lost 2 in a row. And for Miami, they've won 4 straight. They are 41-31 on the season. Jays 39 wins. All I'm going on is the
starters,
the spot start, and Brios been okay. So this is the Pinder Johnny Big Hair, his bets of the day. Brios over 4.5 Ks, just under even money at -118, and he's saying a low scoring game, under 6.5. Big money there, and probably that's because of the spot start on the other side. Under 6.5 paying +195. Hey, you don't need to there's all kinds of games out there. There's all kinds of sports. You can do whatever you want, or you can play along and join us with the little Blue Jay action with Betway. Bet the responsible way. Thank you, Betway. Looking good today, Betway. Appreciate you. Tomorrow program, Frank Seravalli will join us. I have a photo from his weekend. He was doing some cooking. It looked like it was one of those Blackstone griddles. I have questions about what was on his cooking apparatus. We'll get to the bottom of that and find out what he's hearing about the Flames, because there too, I wonder what if you're going in with Hanifin. At what point are you all in? And that's kind of the conversation we had last year, that once you signed Huberdeau, you were pot committed, you're all in. It's 8 years, essentially 9, because you had the year left and all of this, you're going for it. So you may as well sign Weegar, and you may as well try and go get a Kadri or somebody else to help.
You're going to have to get through Edmonton, so you need guys. You're going for it. Let's go.
Lindholm, Kadri, Backlund down the middle. You're in good shape. 1 year later, no Backlund, no Lindholm, potentially. All right. So I don't know. It's in a weird way. I'm glad it's not my decision to make.
It's not sleeping.
No.
There's no time for sleep.
To your point, though, it might be very cut and dried behind the scenes if Hanifin has said, listen, trade me. Here's where I'll go. I don't want this in the media. I don't want to get raked across the coals here, dragged across the coals. Just let's find a way to get this done.
Craig, I like you. I'm leaving.
I've enjoyed my time, but let's make this work. Then all of a sudden, you know whether or not you're signing Noah Hanifin to a long-term deal.
Frank might know.
Yeah, Frank might know. And I guess it's maybe some of these insiders are talking to people, and I think it was Pierre LeBrun last week. It's like, well, Hanifin is going to be on the trade market because it does not seem, but there is a chance for Elias Lindholm. Is this first? Are you talking right to the guys? Obviously, you're talking to the agent, but if there's one thing we know about agents, they can be lying sacks. They really can. Oddly, they want what's best for their client. More money.
They're not afraid to manipulate things to make that happen.
No, they don't mind doing it, because the more money the player makes, turns out so too they make more. How about that?
Math.
So are you hitting the pool today? Are you getting on your banana hammock and going to go out and get some rays out there in that beautiful Buffalo sunshine?
The boys are already in the pool today. So yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
I think it'll be a regular occurrence today, though. Might as well get a little sunburn.
Are you going to get out there and get fucking strutting around?
I'll let the dog bark.
What does it sound like when he does that?
Woof, 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 woof.
It's going to do it, everybody. See ya. Bye, buddies.